guys, thanks for joining and welcome to this week's episode. So for this week is the final week of the plant-based recipe series. I'm a bit gutted, to be honest, because I've been enjoying cooking all these plant-based recipes. But nevertheless, I'm still going to continue cooking this kind of dishes in the future. May not be particularly in this series. So for next week onwards, I might do something a bit different. So stay tuned for that. I'm not going to tell it just yet. So for this week, I am going to cook the Egyptian Tameya. So I know some of you might not have heard about the word Tameya, but if you heard about falafel, this is the cousin or the predecessor to falafel. So Tameya is actually an Egyptian invention, so that's the original falafel. This dish was invented by the Coptic Christians during the fasting month. So for the Coptic Christians, they celebrate Christmas in early January. And prior to that, they observe fasting. And part of the fasting is that they have to eat vegetarian food. So that's how Tameya came about. And they wanted to have something that is quick and easy that can be eaten for breakfast, yet it's nutritious. So Tameya uses mainly fava beans or broad beans, and the cousin falafel uses chickpeas. So I'm excited and I cannot wait to try this dish because the first time I had it was actually here in Sydney. And what I did was I went to this Egyptian restaurant down in another suburb, and it was really delicious and then I was kind of thinking like, how come this falafel, is quite moist? It's crispy on the outside, but yet so moist on the inside. And then later I found out it's actually not chickpeas. So chickpeas makes it a bit drier, whereas broad beans makes it a bit more moist. So if you guys want to try the falafel, the Egyptian falafel, or the Tameya, I should say Tameya instead, this is the best recipe to try it out. So what you'll need is about 1 kilogram of fava beans or broad beans, 2 cups of parsley, 2 cups of coriander, half a cup of mint leaves, some leeks, and what you want to do with the leeks is use only the green parts, 2 whole garlic, some green chilies if you want to make it a bit spicy, 3 onions, 1 teaspoon of ground coriander seeds, 1 teaspoon of ground white pepper, 1 teaspoon of ground cumin, 1 teaspoon of sweet paprika powder, some salt to taste, and some water to blend the mix. So what you want to do is soak the beans overnight, and this will help soften the beans. Once you blend the beans, you add the coriander, the leeks, the parsley, and the spice powders. And one little suggestion is I would advise to set aside some sesame seeds and some coriander seeds, pounded coriander seeds. So talking about this is really making me hungry and I cannot wait to try it out. So without further ado, let's get to the other side of the kitchen and get started. There you go guys, this is my take on the Egyptian Tameya. It is smelling really good and I cannot wait to try it out. So it might look quite pretty brown on the outside, but trust me, you're supposed to cook it on medium heat. It's supposed to look crispy on the outside but moist on the inside. So it's cooked really well. And also you would have this with the hummus dip. So that's me saying goodbye. I hope you guys enjoyed this week's episode. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe and the bell. And I see you guys again soon. So take care. Ciao ciao.